don't ever go to a strip club right when they open. One of the worst decisions we've ever made. You think you get to a strip club right when they open and you're the first people there? No! There was a big fat guy in the corner who never left. I don't know why you seem like such a Kelly Clarkson guy.
I am a Kelly Clarkson guy. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, honestly, f*** you. And that's to everybody in the chat. If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, f*** you. I'm not calling you a slur by saying you love Sam Laporta. It's okay. You love Sam Laporta. Say you love Sam Laporta. Say it.
I like Sam Laporta tonight.
No, say you love him.
I like Sam Laporta.
No, say you love him, dude.
I don't love Sam Laporta.
But 18 and 19 is good enough for the Florida Gators. As long as you're a young, cool guy who gets top 10 recruiting classes every year and you lose games to Georgia Southern and South Florida. I hate this guy.
You think I have a model?
You don't have a model. You've never talked.
You are being serious. You think I have a model?
You ever thought about having a model?
No. Ever thought about having a model? Bang. Good morning, everybody. State, good to see you. And yes, I am certainly salivating and drooling on the inside as I see that beautiful Seattle Supersonics logo on your hat. If in case people didn't know, growing up, being from Orlando, I was a Magic fan, obviously, and I am a Magic fan to this day. But growing up, I love the Seattle Sonics. So Trent had a clean Seattle. Dude, that jacket, straight up. Like, I know he's talking about like dating and finding chicks and everything like that. If I was a chick and I walked into that Book It Super Bowl party and I saw him wearing that Seattle Supersonics jacket.
Down to fuck. DTF. Let's go to the fucking bathroom at Backyard. If you got that jacket on, dude, let's go to the bathroom at Backyard. I don't give a fuck.
So I was going to put this on before the show, but I figured I'd wait till the cameras were rolling and we were live. I don't know if you can see this. You probably can't. I have like an actual bruise, right? It's kind of like right here. Maybe you can't see that. Can you?
All I see is arm hair.
Okay. My carpal tunnel, now you can't really see it. It has been so bad lately. Like I have like some significant pain right here as it, like that muscle, like right when you do this. No, it's bad. So I got the old wrist brace out. However, we have a little bit of a problem. Okay.
Oh, dude.
We have a little bit of a problem. I woke up. I wrote an article today. Make sure you go check it out on the Book It Sports website. Have been doing the NBA box score reviews. The Velcro, I don't know if you can hear it. It's not Velcro-y.
You need a new one.
Yeah.
That's your right hand, right?
It is my right hand.
Have you started jerking it with the left?
No.
That's something to consider.
No, but honestly, I was a left-hand guy at a very young age because somebody told me it sounds like someone else is doing it with your left hand, and I took them up on that, and so I've always kind of.
If you use your left hand, man, it will feel like some other dude with really hairy arms.
It's funny. I always like that when I'm reminded that David Montgomery's nickname was Knuckles. I feel like my nickname could be Knuckles.
Hairy Knuckles.
Well, yeah, but like.
Harry P. Knuckles. Yeah, for sure. Your nickname could be Knuckles.
I think I got a freaking pedicure one time. I get pedicures like twice a year. Like my wife goes, your wife goes like regularly. Mm-hmm. And my wife will always ask. And I'll be like, I fucking hate people touching my feet. I hate people touching my feet. But, and I got like fine feet. They're not nasty like fucking alligator toes. I don't know how your feet look, honestly. You got big old fucking clown shoes. Your feet probably nasty. But do you get pedicures?
It's crazy. Yeah, I can't.
No, they're not nasty. You don't strike me as a nasty foot guy, but like you just got big fucking clodhoppers,
Yeah, I have very big feet for a 5'10" guy. Occasionally, I'll say occasionally.
Okay, so yeah, I where was I going with this? Oh, and one time somebody said I have a like fuzzy coconut toe because my toes are hairy.
I'm sure they are.
Dude, they're so hairy. So they started laughing it up, and they said something. It was like, she said you have fuzzy toes like a fuzzy coconut. How funny is that? Anyways, we got some subs going real quick. Sorry, not to change the subject, but I guess it's also fine to change the subject. Do you guys even talk sports? Ball Talk giving out 5 subs to start 5 minutes ago. Let's go, Ball Talk. I was going to say, usually somebody gives out subs when they tail something. There wasn't even a Steak Sunday special last night. Hope you hit some wagers. Great job. Lil Shoot 'em Up 5 stream says Degen goes where the bearings are creased. T. Crizzy resub 25 months. Bang. Matt M. La Babera. Bang. Morning, gents. What's up? 12 months. Hype train. We got a hype train in here. We'd love to see it. No Sunday special. That's what I was going to say. Shout out to the guy, by the way. I always love getting a first-time DM when it's like not something mean, like you're a freaking R word or something. Some guy said, "Hey, man," I think his name was like Carl or Chad or something. He's like, "No Sunday steak special today," and I said, "No, shit slate. We didn't love it. We didn't want to force it. I hope you can respect that." And he said, I think he said something along the lines of, "Yeah, I do respect that." So no Sunday special, and it's probably for the best that didn't happen. It was not a great night. I didn't end up taking many wagers on the college basketball slate. I did take one thing, which we'll talk about, but I also ended up playing late an NBA player prop ladder. Got very lucky to hit the original line. Did not climb any sort of ladder with Reed Shepherd. Looking forward to talking about it. But let's do a little recap. We are going to talk about today's slate, though. If anybody's wondering if we're going to talk sports today, I believe. Stay correct me if I'm wrong. We have a slate today. How juicy are we talking?
Solid slate. Real solid slate.
So do we have college basketball? Do we have NBA? Do we have a little bit of everything?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. I think we got a couple more conference tourneys starting. I know specifically the Sun Belt starts today. Okay. I don't know if there's any others, but I believe there may be one other conference tourney starting today.
Okay. Sun Belt. Barty Bart says, "I'll never forget my 63-day Degen weekly streak." Love that, Bart. Hype train level 3, by the way. Appreciate you guys. Good morning to you. Hope your Monday was good. We're in the first week of March here. Big month. We've got March Madness right around the corner. Conference tournaments starting up. We got the World Baseball Classic in a few days. Did reach out to Johnny and Avery with Gate 14, if you guys are familiar. Avery's actually flying out to Tokyo to go to the games in Japan, which fucking rocks. Johnny's going to Houston, I believe, for those games. But because of scheduling conflicts, Johnny was going to come on tomorrow. Now he might come on today. I think it's going to be kind of a spur of the moment thing if he can talk a little World Baseball Classic with us, because Steak, you and I collab and align on the fact that we're not really the biggest Olympics guys. We did bet Canada against the US, but I think I've already told you going into the World Baseball Classic that I'm like into this, and I have no issues backing the USA in this one. How do you feel about that?
Totally fine with it. I got my eyes on Venezuela, but I do like the Summer Olympics. I'm just not that big of a Winter Olympic guy.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Summer Olympics, I would agree with you. Summer Olympics, if I had to give one that's a little bit better, I would give it to that. I saw an article, by the way. I read about 2/3 of it and I bookmarked it from Louisville Athletics. Did anybody see this? Someone I follow retweeted it and I read it. Nobody's going to read it. It's very long. But I made it through. It took me about 15 minutes to get 2/3 of the way through. And it actually started to talk about how Louisville is trying to sound the alarm on college athletics and the current structure being a real disaster for a lot of schools. Louisville is losing money, but you would say to yourself, man, that's not really too surprising. They have like 37 sports, athletics, right? Between men's and women's.
Yeah.
21 of them lose money. Yeah. Only 2 of them are profitable. And they were basically saying how, listen, we're pro NIL in that we're pro the college athlete getting a share of the money. The problem is there's so much competitiveness and pressure to be competitive in men's football and men's basketball. It basically takes away from all the other sports, so like swimming, fucking field hockey, softball, volleyball, blah, 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 blah. And they were talking about Olympic sports, like the Olympic sports that you have at these college schools. They might die off, which is crazy to think about.
Ohio State, but also not that crazy.
You're right, not that crazy. Ohio State, apparently, they were pretty. It was no secret that they spent a fucking bajillion dollars, the most ever by a college athletics department 2 years ago. They spent a ton of money. I forgot how much their football team cost. They lost money. Thought that was pretty crazy. Penn State losing a ton of money. Rutgers, I think some people saw this, since they've joined the Big Ten in 2014, they're at like a $500 million deficit.
That's absolutely insane.
It's crazy. So they're saying, look, the way things are set up, and now there's some settlement coming through where even more money is going to go to the student athlete. The actual school is losing money, which means all the other athletic departments are at risk of being donezo. It was very fascinating. I don't know if anybody read it. Snowman, Indiana has the best swimming and diving program in the country. Fun fact. You did tell us that. And we did pay attention. Penn State was always losing money. That's right. $700 million renovation for Beaver Stadium, whatever they call it. I'll read more about this and talk about it tomorrow if anybody's interested. But for now, Steak, I think we can get into a little bit of a recap last night. I lost, let's see, I'm pulling up my picket here. This can't be right. It says I lost 0.2 units. I think I lost a little bit more than that. Oh, something didn't settle for me. We had two big games. We had a couple of chick games. I want to talk about a little bit about all of them. But let's start with Duke NC State. You had a great rant about this game. It was great. Clipped it, retweeted it, talked about it. And if anybody saw it, and I did read an article, I'm trying to have some takeaways. I'm trying to evolve as a sports bettor. I know you are as well, even though you're a little bit more stubborn than me. You still have pretty good self-awareness, and you have a good grasp on what's going on in sports betting, specifically college basketball. And you nailed it yesterday. Some guy said Duke is a free money glitch. And you talked about how a couple of years ago you'd instantly fade that. Snowman, I want to give you a little bit of a round of applause. You see Snowman's tweet?
Yes.
I admire this. Not overthinking it, not getting in your head. I elected to get cute and take NC State team total over, thinking, oh, Duke's defense has just been nothing but amazing. You've been talking about it for weeks. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to directly fade Duke's defense and take NC State to score points. Nope. Over 70.5, 64 points. I think it felt like they went 6 minutes without scoring. Fake sharp plays are back. So, Steak, what was your takeaway in Duke, NC State? I watched a lot of that game, and I have some thoughts.
Well, number one, I'm a stupid idiot. Let's get that out of the way. I bet NC State. I'm a stupid idiot. Those are the toughest kinds of losses. The toughest kinds of losses are when you know better. Like, I like coming out of a wager, and I've said this to you before when you were like, oh, you got by Arkansas Little Rock, and I'll tell you, like, hey, man, I'm just going to be honest. I'll take that bet tomorrow. Like,
yep.
I think that was the right side. I would not take NC State tomorrow. That was a stupid, stupid wager. I knew it was a stupid wager. Very, very dumb. Gambling like that is a losing strategy. I kind of really, and this is another losing strategy, but I convinced myself one of these dogs is winning outright, which is why I made my tweet, oh, if I take both these dogs on the spread and the money line, do I lose or make money? Obviously, I lost money. It was a horrible time to do that. But that's also another really stupid way to gamble, to say, like, one big game of the night goes like this, so the other big game of the night has to go like that. That's bullshit. Never true. Doesn't mean anything. Anybody who says it is brain dead, to be honest, including me. Yep, exactly. Including me, including you. It's a brain dead way to gamble. But yeah, I gave a great pitch here at 10:30 in the morning about Duke, and then I bet NC State. So tomatoes or whatever you want to throw at me, I deserve it all. Yeah.
Well, I'll say one more thing about you, and then we'll move on to me, because I need to own it as well. And something that you just said is a very good point. What happened yesterday was a classic vintage Steak flip-flop that you really haven't done quite that much, but not to give you too much credit, I will tell you why you haven't done it as much. We don't really talk NBA, but when we did talk NBA, you would start talking about how you may have liked a favorite at 9.5. And then 6 hours later, you'd bet the dog getting 9.5 and the money line and the first half, and you'd hit. But even going back further, we would talk all week about college football. We'd have our newsletter plays go out Friday morning. Let's say we liked Wisconsin -7. And then all of a sudden you'd be on Rutgers +7. I'd be like, Steak, what the fuck? We talked about liking Wisconsin. You're like, oh no, I don't like Wisconsin anymore. You would come around. This is just an example of someone who gets accused of being a flip-flopper. The OG flip-flopper is right here to my left. Okay, I just want to point that out.
Yeah, now, I'll also say, like, you wake up, you get your daughter to school, you have some breakfast, and then you get on this show and you immediately start talking about the board, right? Then you're done. Maybe you have some lunch. You turn on BTL. You take in 2 hours worth of information from Jovan and Krabs, and then you listen to the Yap, and they're probably talking about like jerking off and dating websites. So you don't get a lot of information from that. And then you turn on the Ramble space that comes on at 5 p.m. and you take in some more information. And it's tough, man. It's tough not to get your original opinion skewed. Very, very hard. Sometimes too much information is a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, it comes back to us getting in our own head. But and this has fucked with me for years. And like I always reference, I would do this show, talk about unranked faves against ranked opponents. And then I'd wake up, and before I even turn the stream on, Jeff Rosa would have the POD, TCU.
Real quick, because I see Snowman and Straight Locks trying to turn some kind of thing against me. Don't do that. Snowman and Straight Locks both know I'm always in there. Sub for as long as you could be subbed for. I'm a snowmaniac. I'm whatever you call. Don't do it. Don't do what you're doing.
Oh, I don't know. You
confirmed snowmaniac. Straight Locks can back me up too. Always in there.
Just because you're sub doesn't mean that you are in there.
I'm in there. I'm
all right, but you're
subs to others. How about that?
Well, that's different. Yeah. But you being subscribed is just automatically. But yeah, I've been popping into Snowman more often. Again, I have my reason. See, I'll own it and give you my reason for not being in there. Steak will just try to say he's in there and he watched your 9-minute rant when he didn't, but that's okay. We'll hold you accountable. And now you'll feel a little bit more pressure.
I can't listen to anyone do anything for 9 minutes, to be honest. Like I probably listened to 2.5 minutes.
Yes. You have a little bit of that Gen Z chop brain.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have a little bit of an attention span, but not a lot of an attention span, but we'll get you for this much. And if you say something, it'll hit. But you're right. I used to have these silly, stupid systems where it felt like it would work more often than it wouldn't, where if it was a short slate and there's two big games, it felt like the favorite would win and cover in one, and then the dog would cover and win outright in the other. These things are not working as much. And my peak and my prime, I feel like past like 3 years ago. I've talked about it. I've been pretty open about it. Like I've had a really bad, year and a half, which it sucks, but also at the same time, I think that, people can respect that every day we still come on here and do the stream and talk for 2 hours. All our bets are tracked and we don't sell anything. And I'm not going to ever go that route because I don't have the confidence and I don't want to necessarily live that lifestyle, while also at the same time, absolutely, I have no issues and respect people that are confident in themselves to do that. But it's time to try to change things up. And when I like to have fun in finding these strategies or these angles or these narratives. I do. I gamble for fun. Sounds like a whole lot of excuses. Very funny. I do gamble for fun, but I want to win money. I like winning money. I like winning bets. I really do. As much as people will joke about us and say, oh, you joined Book It, now you're losing. I already had some guy comment that on the article I wrote today. You joined Book It, now you're not winning any bets because blah, 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 blah. Listen, man, I'll tell you.
One of those a day. I get one of those a day.
I just can't stress this enough that I still think back to this time when, and I think probably a few people followed me in here, but when I hit Cam Smith, 7+ birdies, 10-1, put $100 on it to win 1,000, hits Cam Smith outright, I think to win another 1,400. And I told my wife we're going to the Four Seasons. First time I ever stayed at the Four Seasons in Miami. Like, I love that. That's what I want to do. I need more of that. The last time I took my wife to the Four Seasons or to do anything from gambling winnings? Can't fucking tell you. Yeah. Can't tell you. She's starving. I'm starving. I want to get out there and put something on the fucking just the gambling tab of like, hell yeah. It's cold out in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Fucking cold. I don't want to go 3 for 30 in prop bets on the Super Bowl. I want to go 7 for 30. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's give a couple shout outs real quick. Chewy said he swept yesterday. W. Chewy. Barty Bart says he hit a 50-1 NBA parlay. W. Barty Bart. Tristan Toledo says he's up 87 units since November. W. Tristan Toledo.
Jesus, Tristan Toledo. Good for
maybe we just tail.
No, I have to tell
I'm
you.
joking, dude.
No, I know you're joking. I know you're joking. It's the tailing doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for me. And you tail, but you don't really tail. Like you'll tail occasionally, and I'll fuck with you. But really, the main reason I fuck with you is just because somebody could come in your DMs and tell you a play, and the chances are you're gonna like it, just because you're a nice guy. Have you ever read a play in your DMs and said, no, I don't like that?
Have I ever read a play in my DMs? Yes, absolutely, 100%.
You have done that. Okay.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
I don't really tail people that often, but I will tail occasionally on a very, very rare occurrence.
It's only really fun to tail someone that you're like, if I'm having a beer with you, we're out drinking, and you say,
oh yeah,
that's what's fun. A random person on the internet, I don't know if it's as fun. I want someone I can bitch to or be like, hey, fucking chest bump, a little bit drunk. It's fun.
Yeah. Like Biev tailing Fruity during the Olympics and losing a lot. That none of that is Fruity's problem. All of that is
not
Biev's
want
problem.
Biev tailing you, man, because
no,
Biev will, if Biev hits tailing you, it's a little bit cricketish. But if Biev loses tailing you, he is going to make sure everyone knows about it. Like Biev's Mima probably knows that he went 1-9 the night he tailed me on NBA because he's brought it up so many times on the app.
Yeah. It's only fun to tail Jovan on MLB and CFB wells. Very funny. Everyone should remember gambling is really hard. It is very hard. All you need to do is climb one ladder, the D's, not the T's. That's okay, Mr. Sunday, and you're back. You want to have an opinion, back it up with money, and win based on your brain. Understandable. That's exactly right. Like I don't get that much excitement to just be like, hey, Russell or Total Slayer DMs me and is like, dude, take fucking this guy over assist tonight, and I do it and I win $50. Like, I want to have the read and the opinion and be right and be like, hell yeah. And whether I won $50 or $500, it still feels good. But I have been so bad for so long. That's why I have to bet half units across the board. And I see Biev and everybody else talking about it. And you know what? I'm actually very impressed. Did you listen to the Yap yesterday? I listened to the Yap yesterday.
Some of it, yes.
They were talking about how they're betting less money. Biev is betting $100 a play, no more $500. Trent said the same thing. It has always been my opinion that to be a long-term gambler, obviously you want to be profitable, but this is very, very hard. And if you're not profitable, you have to hate losing more than you like winning.
I hate losing more than I like winning.
You do?
100,000%. I don't even, winning pales in comparison to how much I fucking hate losing.
Yeah. And that's just my opinion, because that's the only way you're going to force yourself to be responsible. Because I think when people deploy units and make bets, they already in their mind think like, this is winning, I'm right. And then when they keep losing, they're just so determined to be like, fuck that. Okay, I was wrong. I'm definitely going to be right the next time. And that's when you just keep betting and betting and betting. And it's like, no, dude, you can continue to be wrong. That can happen. And it's like, I hate losing. I don't want to keep losing. So I'm just going to stop, or I'm going to scale back. Your ego is getting in the way, Degen. I don't even know what you're talking about. I think everything I've said has been pretty clear that I don't have an ego when it comes to sports betting. Hold on one second. You brought up statute of limitations as it relates to the all-time greats, retros, etc. Would like you guys to discuss this more in detail. Interesting concept. Do you know what that means?
Statute of limitations when it comes to the all-time greats. I don't really understand that. The only thing I can think of is like when we say, like, I don't want to compare Lamar Jackson to fucking Roger Staubach or Wilt Chamberlain to Nikola Jokic.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, like when people say, "Oh, Michael Jordan was out there playing against mailmen," it's something you said. It's like, well, wouldn't Michael Jordan also be a mailman too? Like he was the best mailman there is. So it's kind of, yeah. I think that's what we were talking about. Jay Becker in YouTube chat.
Izzo. It's about Izzo. Got it.
Oh, it's the Izzo take. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, on that Duke NC State note, I just want to say something. I can't take NC State seriously. I can't. I think that's an unserious basketball team. And I don't know if they are or are not going to make the tournament. Obviously, like maybe
they're going to make the tournament most likely.
Yeah. They're not a serious basketball team to me. But at the same time, I want to remember something. You said this about Virginia. And you're so fucking right. Like, you can't judge anyone against Duke. You can't. Duke is insane. And I have this thought on Duke, Steak. Cam Boozer is fucking great. I mean, he is really good. I don't know that like anybody else on Duke's team really jumps out to me. They're just all like pretty good basketball players. They're very disciplined. They play smart. And we were talking about it. Biev said it. I think you agreed that John Shire is not the best coach, but
I don't agree with that statement at all. I think that's lazy.
Okay. Yeah. I was just gonna say, right, Ramble, Isaiah Evans is good. So I'm just curious because like I watched Duke Michigan. I watched Duke play a little bit against Notre Dame until they were up by like 40 points in the first half. I said, okay, I'm going to turn this on. But I'm not overly familiar with this Duke team. This is when I get really familiar with teams. But I was just curious, like, who after Cam Boozer, you know, there's always like another guy, like a 2 and a 3 after the Cooper Flag, after the Paulo. Who is it? Isaiah Evans, and then who? Or are these just like a really like good group of basketball players?
Well, I mean, it's going to be the same thing we've been saying forever now. I don't think that Duke is the best offensive team in the country by any means. I think it's because they're absolutely absurd on defense. And like you said, North Carolina State's not a serious basketball program. It's not that I disagree with that statement. It's just I'm not saying that about teams after they played Duke. I mean, Michigan looked absolutely miserable offensively. Mm-hmm. I understand they stayed in that game, but I think didn't they score 56 points in that game? Is that right?
No, I think they scored like 62.
Okay, got it. For some reason, I thought they scored in the 50s. But regardless, they had by far their worst offensive game of the year. Yeah. Virginia as well, a team that everybody loves, a really good team. Like, I didn't come out of the Virginia game after getting their ass kicked at Cameron Indoor and thinking like, oh, Virginia sucks now. They don't. Watch. The next game Virginia plays, they'll look much more like themselves because they're not playing Duke. I think everything about Duke is making, like, it's going to be annoying. Even the Duke-Michigan game, like, the Duke-Michigan game wasn't that aesthetically pleasing. Let's be honest. It was a bunch of missed shots, impressive defense. Even what did Cam Boozer do in that game? Was he like 14 points, 11 rebounds? Like, nothing that jumps off the page. You're not going to get games like that with Duke. It's going to annoy you when they play the 4 seed and the 2 seed, even when they're in the Final Four, which they will get there, and they're playing Michigan or the Gators or whoever it is that they're playing. It's not going to be what everybody wants because they're just so fucking nasty on defense.
Wow, this is funny how it comes full circle. That's my tweet. Notre Dame's largest loss was 64-8 back in 1898. That's hilarious, but come on, no way we're counting that. There's got to be a statute of limitations. Yeah, well, there you go, Becker. I think anything in the late 1800s should not be compared to now, personally. I don't even think they threw the ball in football. You know, like you got to at least judge when there was like a forward pass or something. Yeah. But notice that to stay on topic, I think that's pretty well said. Someone, I think Snowman mentioned like Duke is a really balanced team after Boozer. That was my takeaway. Some people saying Dame Sarr. People said, how do you say? Is it Nigbua?
That's the center.
Yeah, I think so.
And Caleb Foster.
Wait, Caleb Foster? That's the guy's name?
No. The center is, I don't know how to say the center's name.
Okay.
I think you were close.
Okay. And then Isaiah Evans is good, but nobody really like jumps out to me as being an elite basketball player. Like they're good players, but Cam Boozer's awesome. You think elite? Isaiah Evans is an elite basketball player? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, look, I thought Con Knippel was good when I watched Duke. I didn't think he was top 5 fucking draft pick good. So I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. But basically what I wanted to come back to is, in my head, my takeaway was yesterday, I thought we were critical of John Shire. And now I'm like, fuck, I think I got to give John Shire some credit. They play like they're a really well-coached basketball.
I can't believe there's people out there hating on John Shire. What are we doing?
Biev said that fucking yesterday. He thought John Shire was awful.
That's such a weird take.
Oh.
You know how hard it is to fucking be the guy after the legend? I can't think of anything harder.
You didn't have this take yesterday.
So hard. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You did?
Yeah, so this exact thing.
Oh, okay.
It is
all right.
impossible to be the guy after the legend. John Shire might very well do the best job of anyone we've ever seen do it. Possibly. If he wins a championship this year, insane. I can't believe we're saying that about him.
Okay, fair enough. My bad. You did say that yesterday. Shire might be the best coach in the sport, top 3 in my opinion. Damn, he got handed the keys to a Lambo and turned it into a Ferrari. Yep. Y'all think John Shire goes to the NBA at some point?
No. Yeah. At some point.
Some point.
I don't know. I think he might. Might just be one of those things like Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. It might just be Coach K to John Shire, and he might be there for 30 years.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm sure it's a fucking great gig. No Doubt or Daddy, 25 stream streak. Goots, GG Snow Goat, P. Ruck, 30 stream streak. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. No Goots today. Oh, actually, no Goots today. I don't know why. That doesn't really matter. But I was gonna ask. I know there's
Well, it kind of matters, and we should tell everyone before the show starts. Goots always says, "Have a good show, boys," and
yeah,
that always starts the morning off right. I'm not gonna lie. Like, have a good show, boys, right before you click live feels right. We didn't get that today, so if we're a little off our game, it's because Goots didn't say, "Have a good show, boys."
Yeah, that's it's so funny how he says that. Like, I kind of compare it to like a paratrooper jumping out of the fucking, I don't know what those planes are, C-30s or something, but like they're like, go, 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 you know, and then they get out. Like Goots saying, "Have a good show, boys," right before is like the last thing you hear before you fucking jump out, go into battle. All right. By the way, I just got an update. It does sound like Johnny can come on and talk the World Baseball Classic, not for too long, but maybe just like 10, 15 minutes, really brief, really casual, loose.
What time?
Idea. 11 o'clock.
Perfect. So maybe we get to the board pretty immediately.
Well, or hold on. Let me ask him, what time do you want to come on? Let me just make sure. Let's get to the board. I guess we can then take a little bit of a break and then go back to the board. Is that what you were getting at?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think we're going to go through the entire board in like 25 minutes.
No, we're not. We also didn't recap Iowa State, Arizona State. So
let's do that real quick. Iowa State ain't winning shit.
No, they're not.
They ain't winning shit.
That was the game that you needed to see. I think if you still had a little glimmer of hope that Iowa State could do anything away from Ames, the hope is gone. Iowa State is not winning shit.
That was my takeaway. It was like Duke is probably winning it all. Arizona's probably not winning it all.
Oh, I disagree strongly. Arizona has as good of a chance as literally anybody in the country.
Okay. What are the odds?
Arizona is second, I would guess, or third. They were second for a while, but the way Duke's been playing, they're getting pretty undeniable.
They're third.
What are their odds?
So Michigan plus 340, Duke plus 340, Arizona plus 480.
And then what are the Gators?
850.
Are they fourth?
Yep. Houston after that. Illinois is 18-1. Illinois ain't winning shit.
What's bitch ass UConn?
18-1. Man, dude. Oh my God. Well, you brought this up yesterday. I need a horse.
I don't know. Straight locks. I don't know.
All right. So Johnny said he can come on at 10:55. That's in like 17 minutes or 19 minutes. I got a fun idea. Let's go horse shopping for me.
Okay. Horse shopping.
Let's horse shop some teams that I want to maybe get involved with in the national championship. And then let's try to name teams in the Sun Belt, which starts today. Okay. Who are you just saying I don't know straight locks to? Florida ain't winning shit either.
I don't know how. I mean, straight locks is a certified ball knower, but I don't know how you can watch the Gators play lately and say that.
This feels a lot to me like the year UConn was in it and UConn was the chalk and UConn made it all the way through. It feels like the year Michigan or Duke is going to clean up. You're saying Arizona has as good of a chance as, and the odds makers agree. I didn't think they were going to be plus 480. I thought they would be 7-1.
Yeah.
Plus 480 is crazy. That's a lot of respect. So
they were lower at some point before Duke had that dominant win against Michigan, and like Duke looks insane. I really think Arizona was like plus 380 at some point.
All right. Saying let's get the board up. Yeah, I'll get it up in a second. I'm just going to tweet that we're talking World Baseball Classic here in about 20 minutes on Twitter. But in the meantime, all right, Steak. Get out of here with Purdue 40-1. I'm going to get the odds up in a second, but hold on. How about this? And chat, you as well. Please contribute. Michigan, Duke, Arizona. Can't take them. Probably going to win. Can't take them. The number's just too far gone. Florida, plus 850. Still a pretty good number. Obviously, you'd much rather have like 18-1 when they were a week or two ago. Houston at 12-1. Now is the time to buy into Houston. I mean, this is a team that was 7, 8 to 1.
Yeah, no, now's the time. If you still believe in them, sure. I already have Houston.
I know you do. I don't believe in Houston. Illinois ain't winning shit. UConn, Iowa State, Kansas. UConn 18 to 1, Iowa State 22 to 1. They're not winning shit. Kansas 30 to 1. Can Kansas win it all if Darren Peterson gets serious in March?
Absolutely not. 100% not. And Wispy Salt, you're 100% right. I do think it's too much to ask Houston to be consistent offensively for 7 games in a row or 6 games in a row or whatever it is that it will take to win the Natty. I don't know that Houston has that in their bag.
So
Kansas can't win it all under any circumstance. Kansas is not very good.
All right, so I asked the chat. I'm going to rule out Florida. So I'm going to say between Houston, Illinois, UConn, Iowa State, Kansas. That's between 12 to 1 to 30 to 1. You have a $50 free bet. Who are you putting it on?
Did you already take Texas Tech?
No, we'll get there.
Okay.
All right, you going to answer my question?
I'm thinking Houston.
How did you come away from that question and ask me about Texas Tech?
Because that's the team you actually like, and I'm trying to get you to stand on.
That's not
business.
where I'm getting at. I'm going down the board. We're shopping.
Yeah, I really don't like Illinois and UConn, but I guess I can't even recommend it. You know what? I'm just going to be a fucking flip-flopping bitch if I say that. I think Illinois and UConn are 2 of the most overrated teams in the country, and I wouldn't put any money on them to win a natty. I'd be shocked if the fucking Yugoslavia fucking Illinois national team won the national championship. I would be literally shocked at that.
Okay. Miami of Ohio is 800 to 1. Stop that. Let me get, all right, I'm going to maximize the screen. Nerfy Chad with the stream streak. Budman with a sub. Tailing Dawes with a sub. Another $5 scan from me. Bang. Budman, 47 months. W fellas. Oh, he doesn't even,
Budman.
He doesn't even use the hyphen Budman. It's like the around that sign. What is that thing? That's Rito. Take Zaga, call it a day. No shot.
Yeah, that's a team I'm cool with. Gonzaga.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get eyes on them. I don't really think I'm into
it. It won't matter. You're gonna get eyes on them against who? Portland.
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. All right. Hold on. Here's the odds board, by the way. I'm gonna pull up Pickett here. Sorry, I was trying to multitask a little bit. Didn't do the best job, but we got it done. Share screen, Pickett. Okay. So here are the odds. So between Houston, UConn, Illinois, Iowa State, and Kansas, what team did you end up going with?
I hate all those teams a lot. Houston.
Okay. $50 free bet would go on Houston. Then let's go to the next tier. I got to find somebody.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Purdue 40 to 1. Michigan State 50 to 1. I'm not buying into Izzo, but wouldn't it be fucking hilarious after we shit all over him if he was the guy?
I would probably have to go full Mitch Biev and fucking deactivate. There would be so many Michigan State fans in my fucking
Stop with the retiring, by the way. You're not retiring from sports betting. You're 37 years old. You're not retiring from sports betting. You get your ass kicked, you take your lumps. You're not retiring, you're not deactivating.
I can do whatever I want.
You can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you feedback. You're not retiring. Stop with the retiring.
Fine. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Stupid. Michigan State 50, Gonzaga 60, Alabama 70.
No thanks. Gonzaga, give me Gonzaga.
Okay, just quick. Why? Give me like a 15-second pitch. Why Gonzaga?
I just think it's like a solid veteran team, and I like that there is zero, and I mean zero hype for like the first time I could think of for Gonzaga, because usually they're full of hype and then they let you down, and that's what you expect. No one's expecting a single goddamn thing from Gonzaga this year.
Okay, I have a question, serious question, because I do need somebody, and maybe they could be somebody, and I'll tell you why they would be somebody. They beat the fuck out of Georgia last year, and I watched that game. That was my biggest play in March Madness, and I do remember they had some dudes. They could shoot. Do they have some guys from last year's team on this year's team?
It's a really good question, but it's a question for Chad. I don't really think so, man. Not that I can think of.
Yeah. Ball Talk says, random question, but all-time Bama player at the end, are you taking Phelan or Sears? Sears,
yeah.
Oh, Sears. Yes, they do. Yeah, Ike. That's a good dude. And I don't remember Huff. Sears all day. Yeah. Okay. That Gonzaga team against Georgia was terrifying. So, all right.
Who they play next?
Graham, yes. I don't know. You'll have to find that out. So between this batch right here, you're into Gonzaga at 60. I liked Arkansas. I'm a little terrified that they lost by 40 to Florida. Makes me think they ain't winning shit. But I'm down. I'm all right. You know what? Let me write this down. I'll take Gonzaga. March Madness horse shopping. I'm going to put Houston, maybe. Fuck UConn. UConn ain't winning shit. Gonzaga. I'm going to write down Arkansas. They're not winning, but I'm just writing them down. Okay, what about these two teams, dude? Nebraska and St. John's. Can either, somebody just said it. Who is this year's Cinderella?
I know, but isn't Nebraska going to get a fucking 2 seed?
No. 2?
No?
Okay, well then let me ask you this. If they are getting a 2 seed, why not take a shot on them 80-1?
Or 3 seed. I guess 3 seed is probably more believable.
Super senior.
I would take Nebraska over St. John's 10 times out of 10. I'm not fucking with St. John's.
Tristan Toledo, the horse shopping means we want a horse in the race. So March is the race. We want a horse in the race. I need a horse. I don't have any horses right now.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
As a horse guy, you threw me off in the beginning, but now I get it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like the same thing you say in golf. You want a horse in the race. Nebraska is not going from 0 tourney wins to winning it all. Okay.
No, probably not for sure, but we're talking 80-1.
Oh, we've already determined I will take Texas Tech. Hold on, we'll get there. I'm just gonna write down Nebraska. I'm just gonna write them down.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not into St. John's. Are you?
No, not at all. I just said that. I don't like St. John's.
Sorry.
If I had to rank the teams that I think are the most overrated in college basketball right now, I would go number 1, Illinois, number 2, UConn, number 3, who else is on that list? St. John's, number 4, overrated. I'm not going to say Michigan State because I'll get shit on for that. Kansas, thank you, UC Bearcats. Kansas for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Purdue. Yep, thank you, Straight Locks. Thanks, chat. Good job. That's my list. Maybe in a different order, but those are my 5 teams.
North Carolina's not winning shit. Louisville, you've got Louisville in pocket. I have Louisville in pocket, 65-1. We could double down.
Pass.
Okay. Tennessee, absolutely fucking not. Nope. They are bad.
I'm not going to do it, which means they're going to make a deep run because I did it last year, and it's always ends pretty badly.
So, all right, I am going to take Texas Tech. However, I did want to ask you, is this a stupid idea or is this a bitch idea or is this a good idea?
I think this is a good idea.
Hold on. You haven't heard the idea.
I thought it was Texas Tech a good idea.
No. What if I wait till Selection Sunday and see their draw? And from their draw, I take them to either make like the Elite 8 or the Final 4. Because the reason I say that is they aren't beating Duke and they aren't beating Michigan. I don't know what seed they're going to get, but it would really suck if they played them in the round of 32 by some chance. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, but let's just, today you need to bet Texas Tech to win the Natty, a couple dollars, $10. I don't care. You need to do that. It's time to stand on business with them. You've been right about them for like 3 or 4 days in a row. And then, yes, after Selection Sunday, if you want to bet them to go to the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 as well, no problem with that. But today you need to have a minimum of $10 placed on Texas Tech to win the Natty.
Okay. All right, I'll do that. But I'm going to Elite 8. I'm going to do Sweet 16 and or Elite 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like as of now, I'm not forcing it. They're not my San Diego State.
No. I'm not asking you to force it.
I know, but I will stand on business. I like this team. I think they are a good enough team to get the best out of each and every one of them now that their star player is down. And I want to do something with them. So, but I'm also being realistic. Like, they are not going to beat Michigan or Duke. They're just not. So
Yeah, but you never know, man. It's the cool thing about it. It's just one 40-minute basketball game.
no, you're right. You're right. All right. Let's talk like some real long shots here. Vanderbilt, absolutely not. Is there any sort of value on Virginia at 100-1?
I think it was P-Dub that he likes Virginia to go to the Sweet 16. Nothing. I'm not mad about that bet at all. As a matter of fact, I like it too.
Damn. Kentucky, absolutely not. Wisconsin, absolutely not. BYU, fucking.
You could sell me Wisconsin way before you could sell me Kentucky. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. BYU sucks. Is this St. Louis at 200-1?
Yeah, St. Louis is having a good year. They're going to get like a 6 seed.
Yeah, to be clear, Spain, I'm not making this a value hunting segment by any means, because I understand that. I think I've been pretty clear that I do think this is going to be a pretty chalky year. But I need somebody to go to war with. So, and have a little fun with. How about all right, how about one of these teams? How about Iowa or Miami? Can either of these teams make it interesting?
Iowa, I'll say absolutely not. Not
Okay.
Iowa playing away from Iowa. That's not going to happen. Miami,
Okay.
no real strong opinion in either direction.
All right. Well, how about this? Since you're indifferent on Miami, I'm going to write them down.
Sure.
All right. Nobody else is really.
Maybe it's the year of the U.
Yeah. Ooh, steak. I like that. Okay. Miami has a better shot, says Snacks. I agree. Iowa couldn't even win the NIT. All right, good. Sounds like we're in agreement. LOL Blue, subscribe with Prime. He's been subscribed 6 months, and he says, love the streams. Thank you very much, LOL_Blue. Don't see your name in here very often. We always appreciate the lurkers, and thanks for the support. Tyler Johnson said, 5 stream streak. He said, Tennessee, joking, just a fan trying to cope. We respect that. Nerfy Chad says, Kirk Cousins to the Vikings. Stop that. That's Frito says, take Gonzaga all day. All right. Here's what I got. Okay. Let's trim the trim. And then we'll get Johnny up here. We'll talk a little World Baseball Classic, and then we'll get into today's board.
Did you send him the link?
Yeah, I did. Yep. Okay. I got Houston 12-1 would be like the team, like the top team. I still don't even really get excited about that. Gonzaga is I think I said they were 60-1. Yeah, they're 60-1 on the green and gold.
I'm placing that today too.
All right. This one, I just liked them when I watched them, and I don't feel this way about a lot of teams, but I also understand that I might be a prisoner of the moment. I liked Arkansas's team, and I figured that they could make a run, but it is kind of that turnaround of getting punched in the face by Florida the way they did has me a little apprehensive to do.
Yeah, but don't make those type of decisions. If you've liked the team all year and you watch them lose one game, I don't think you should completely change your mind. Like at those odds, the way you feel about Arkansas, it might be worth a sprinkle.
Yeah, but you did say all year, and there is no all year with me. So it's like it is a very short sample size that I have.
Okay.
Nebraska, 80-1. Somebody said that this team has seniors, right? Someone said they do have seniors. They've never won a tournament game. Louisville, I've got them 65-1. They're doing absolutely nothing. Texas Tech, I will stand on business. And Miami. These are the teams that I'm going to consider to get involved with and donate money on. Where can you get Sweet 16 lines? You know what? I don't know.
I saw some recently. I'll take a look for you.
Okay.
Snacks.
I think that would be that'd be very fun. Hey, real quick, now's a good time to do it. Before Johnny comes on and we talk World Baseball Classic, I have to get to a corp text real quick. So I'm going to just take a piss break. We're just going to take a 2-minute pause. Is that okay? Or do you want to talk Sweet 16?
No, I don't have any odds to do the piss break.
All right, quick piss break, guys. I'll be right back in just a few minutes after these words. I believe that this was, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, I believe this was the OG Behind the Lines lobby music. And I loved it. When I started on the stream on StreamYard, I was like, damn, where did they get that music? And I was using all the custom or the stock shit that StreamYard had. This, I think this was ours, if anybody remembers.
Oh,
this was ours.
That, dude.
Feeding the ducks. And I just remember I was like, I love ducks, so this is going to be what we go with. But I thought Nightbot was a real person, and I thought the music that Behind the Lines used was something that they actually like made themselves. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of nifty. That's good 90s porn music. Yep. Elevator ass music. What's up, Sandy? Good morning, Sandy. I saw you were at the Ritz. I believe it was the Ritz. We don't know for sure, but that we were wondering, that's where the hotel Steak and I stayed at when we went to Dallas.
We didn't fucking see SGA though.
Yeah, no, we did not see SGA. All right. So we talked a little college basketball. Don't fade with a sub. WW Snowflake Break. Very funny. 41 months. I've got a couple teams. I'm going to trim the trim. I'm going to make some wagers and press some buttons. I'll let you guys know when I'm on a little bit later. Not that
I'll just say you enjoying feeding the ducks, least surprising thing out of anything that could ever exist.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, like me being a duck guy?
You being a duck guy sitting on a bench. Yes.
To be fair, I don't feed the ducks because I heard that the bread is not, you're not supposed to give them the bread.
Yeah. We have had this conversation.
We have had this conversation. We're not
going to feed the ducks. You just sit there and look at them. I bet the ducks fucking hate you.
No, they love me.
Oh, and they fucking hate you.
No, they don't.
You sit there, you gawk at them, dude. And
I don't gawk.
Like, this fucking hairy piece of shit comes here every day. He sits on this fucking bench and he won't even give us some bread. We don't care about being healthy, dude. We're fucking ducks. We're ducks, dude. Give us some fucking bread. We got to live in our shitty duck life. We never get to leave this fucking pond. And I got some douche over here with hair everywhere saying he won't fucking feed me bread. Okay. Unbelievable, dude. Give him some fucking bread.
I hate to interrupt your duck rant, but we have Johnny in the queue. And real quick before we get to him, Degen Reed Shepard ladder was a bad beat last night. Sandy, thanks for paying attention. This motherfucker was out there playing for a triple-double. He had a season high 10 assists the night that I need him to climb the ladder in points. Shout out to Reed Shepard for 10 assists. All right, without further ado, let's get Johnny up here with Gate 14. Canada's #1 Toronto Blue Jays podcast. Hold on, I fucked something up. Johnny, what's up, man? Good morning.
What's up, fellas? I didn't want to interject on duck talk. I mean, I've heard it's pretty bad to feed the ducks. Is that what you guys were talking about? I heard
that's what I was talking about. And Steak pushed back and says I'm being a little bitch. And they're hungry and I should feed them. You don't want to feed them bread. It's bad for their digestion.
I got news for you, Johnny and Degen. You know what else is bad? Drinking alcohol. We still do it. You know, just to get outside of reality, loosen up a little bit. You think those ducks don't want some fucking bread? They think they want you guys making their health decisions?
That's fair. That's a fair point. That's and especially with the extracurriculars that Degen usually gets into that we can't talk about on stream. We can't be guilt tripping on duck talk. By the way, when people say I have veneers, that's a massive compliment. If you looked at how my teeth used to look, you would say like, wow, this guy leveled up. So thank you for the veneers comment. This is not
so you don't have veneers?
No, these are not veneers. This is just Invisalign doing its job. I mean, my teeth before used to be in like 17 different directions. If you look at old pictures of me. So thank you for the veneers comment. It's actually a compliment.
We're out of the gate hot.
You got great teeth. I'm going to say that.
Hey, you do have great teeth.
I wish we could show it on stream before. Maybe I'll send you a picture. But the old teeth is it's a tough look. I'll be honest with you. A really tough look.
Well, I chewed pen caps when I was in middle school. And look at these. You see how its face I got?
Your teeth is fairly straight. I mean, your teeth is fine. And by the way, real question, Johnny, worst lost Jays or Canada? It's obviously the Jays. I mean, Team Canada has won 2 Olympics in the last 20 years. Or multiple Olympics, actually, maybe 3 gold medals. Like the Canada loss looks like a regular season loss to what I dealt with the Jays, to be honest with you. Not even close. So
yeah. I have to agree 100%.
You don't have to explain that to us. You got to explain it to fucking Landon Jackson and all these other diehard Patriots.
Oh, Canada lost. It's like, all right. I mean,
yeah.
Like we were the Jays had a 3-1 lead and lost in game 7. Like, let's fucking relax here for a second.
Obviously that broke your heart. That broke my heart. And I'm just purely a Dodgers hater. But I wrote Alejandro Kirk that series, which was also fun. Shout out Fat Jesus. No, Thick Jesus, not
Thick
Fat
Jesus, the GOAT. Man, this is awesome time here, man. It's like I know you guys are Steak maybe is not as involved with the baseball talk and stuff like that, which is why this will be a fun conversation. But the World Baseball Classic, man, it's just so awesome. It must be awesome for Americans to just make a super team. It's like you look around that roster, I believe it's 65 all-star appearances between that roster, which is truly fucked in the head. I cannot fucking wait to watch the World Baseball Classic.
All right, so that's why I wanted to get you up here. By the way, you're going to Houston. Avery's going to Tokyo, which is crazy. Just real quick, I am curious, how did you get Houston and he got Tokyo?
Well, Avery had this planned for a while. Avery's like a world traveler, I guess. He loves to go to places. I'm not a plane guy. Like I am a plane. I don't get panic attacks, but like, what the fuck am I going to do for 18 hours on a plane? It's like 18 hours on a plane. I don't even think he's business class. Like, I think he's sitting with the common man in like the normal seats or whatever. 18 hours in that shit is fucked. My face would be in hell. What do you do? He said he's going to start watching Lord of the Rings or something like that to like pass the time.
Good trilogy.
But that takes up like what 11 hours? Still got 7 hours to go after that. It's but he's on. But I'll say this: Avery is seeing worse games than I am. He's watching Japan versus Australia. That's the game he's going to.
That's tough.
He kind of got. I don't know if he's going to be seeing a lot of like fun games. I am going to like USA versus Brazil on Friday. One of the Jays coaches is taking me, and then I'm going to USA versus Great Britain on Saturday. So. Not the greatest. Like I'm leaving before USA Mexico, which sucks. USA Mexico's on Monday night or Tuesday, which I would have loved to see. To be honest, that game's gonna be fucking sick.
That game is gonna be sick. Mexico rocks. Or I guess any real like Spanish countries would probably have a pretty good baseball team. I'm looking at the odds board right now. Dominican Republic is plus 460 to win it all. Japan's plus 380. USA is minus 115. So they're the short favorite. But after that, Venezuela, Mexico, Puerto Rico. You're a bit of a gambling man, but you're overall just a baseball knowledge, I would say, is much higher than ours. When it comes to the World Baseball Classic, this is going to be, I kind of followed the last one. I don't even know if it's every 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, to be honest with you, or if it's every year. I don't know the format. So I'm really, really raw coming into this thing. But you just said the USA's roster is loaded. But clearly, you got to respect DR. You got to respect Japan. And even Venezuela at plus 850 is kind of like the Gators to win it all in college basketball, which they can very much do.
Yeah, I think the Dominican Republic thing is very interesting because the DR has always had a super team, but they've never been able to put it together. They're like how do I explain this? Like, what is like a sports franchise that always makes the finals or always makes the play? They're like the
49ers?
They're like the 49ers.
49ers is good.
49ers, like this team, their lineup, their outfield has Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez, and fucking Fernando Tatis Jr. in the outfield. And then the infield, you have Vladdy, Ketel Marte, Perdomo, Manny Machado. Like this team is absolutely fucking ridiculous, but they've never been able to put it together. I think the values with the Dominican Republic, I mean, if you could hit, the pitching doesn't really matter as much, and they still have some good pitchers. I mean, Christopher Sanchez is there, who's like the second best lefty in baseball.
Rays legend.
Yeah, Rays legend. RIP. But I think the Dominican Republic is a fun bet because you'll be watching those games having a very fun time based on the fact that their entire lineup from top to bottom is just all superstars.
So is it very chalky in the sense of like, is the USA going to be like Scotty Scheffler in a golf tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah. Think so?
Yeah, I think that the tough thing about the USA is the pitching, because Tariq Skubal, he's getting absolutely roasted online because he's only pitching 55 pitches against Great Britain, and then he's dipping.
He's for the entire tournament?
Yeah, that's it. He's going that game and then leaving, going back to Florida. So that's like the best pitcher in the world, aside from Paul Skeens. So they have Paul Skeens for 2 starts, which will be awesome. I mean, that's automatic 2 wins. And they're lining him up to go against Mexico and then the final. So that's pretty much like 2 guaranteed wins, essentially, if you look at that aspect. But they're going to have to figure out that 4th pitcher. And the 4th pitcher right now is Nolan McLean. Nolan McLean is really good. Obviously, he's a rookie. He's young. I don't really know, but that's why if you take USA, it can get to the point where they're facing the Dominican. You're like, why did I take a minus 115 fucking favorite to win a tournament? That's kind of a toss up in terms of like the other teams. So that's why I like the Dominican. I love the Dominican.
Okay, so the DR would be your pick at plus 460.
Yeah,
their roster's loaded, their lineup's loaded. Somebody said in the chat they don't have any arms though.
Well, they have they have like Brian Bayo, Alcantara. They have Christopher Sanchez. Like these aren't bums,
right?
Like, these are like pretty good pitchers, right? It's a bullpen thing that's kind of tough. The USA bullpen's okay. David Bednar will be there, stuff like that. But I am looking forward to seeing how this pans out in terms of like how the Dominican team does. Because if the Dominican team just scores like 10 runs a fucking game, doesn't really matter who pitches, to be honest.
Right. So their offense would have to take over and make up for their pitching. So you're saying the U.S. has got some guaranteed wins with Scooball. I'm sorry, not with Scooball, with Skeens for 2 games. You said he's going to go against Mexico, and then he wouldn't go again until the final?
Yeah, because there's a rule in the World Baseball Classic where pitchers in the round robin are only allowed to throw 65 pitches. So it's kind of like a travel ball tournament type of thing. I really wish they did this like the Four Nations, where it's like the shackles are off. You could just throw guys whenever you want to throw guys. Here, they're kind of being conservative with guys that could pitch. And some guys can't pitch because of spring training. It's still too early in the season. So it's just a weird type of tournament. So I think Skeens will go game 4 against Mexico, or game 3, sorry. And then he'll go in the finals if they make it there. So it's not, I mean, that's a pretty good guy to have lined up for 2 really important games. So I love the USA probably will win this, but I'd love to see the Dominican beat them, to be honest.
I have a question about the USA real quick. Well, first of all, I saw you tweeted about it, so I already kind of know how you feel, but I just want to make sure it's as bad as I thought it was. How bad was Aaron Judge's fucking locker room?
Oh my god!
That's like, and again, we talk about it in sports. I think we've talked about it on our show when you guys have come on. It's like the guys that are the best, they can't coach. Like they can't fire people up to perform the way that they perform. It's something that's so natural. It was the worst speech I've ever heard in my life, to be honest with you. Like at some point, you just got to get a glue guy up there to say a speech. Like, why the fuck is Aaron Judge? He doesn't have to say shit. Everyone just follows his lead. He's the best player on the team. Just get a glue guy, like a fucking 12th man, like whatever, like 12th position player on the roster to say a pump up speech. Like, I'm biased, but like Ernie Clement would be an awesome speech. That's a guy who's there just to be a defensive replacement, great locker room guy, great speaker, hockey guy. That would probably do better numbers and fire people up more than whatever the fuck, or Bryce Harper too, whatever the fuck that speech was. That was awful.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear, like that Judge, as good as he is at baseball, he's probably not the most rah-rah, charismatic guy. That's kind of like a lazy pick for someone to give a speech. I will watch bad things just to have an opinion. I couldn't even watch that entire speech. It was so cringe.
It was so bad.
Yeah. All right. So
wait, I got a follow-up. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Now, this is probably a stupid question, but I never claimed to be a baseball expert. The USA cares about this, right?
Yeah.
Like, in your opinion, they want to win this.
Great question.
It's them and the Latin countries. Like there's Latin players that have come out and said that winning this would mean more to them than winning the World Series. Because you are there's players that have openly come out and said that, like Machado's and has talked about it. Like Vladdy loves it. The Dominican team, if you're from a Latin country like the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, this is literally their fucking super. Like this is bigger than the World Series. Like they shut down schools there to watch the games. It's insane. Like it is insane for the USA and Latin countries. Then you kind of got like fucking Brazil, who I don't even think they know they're involved in it. Italy. Yeah. Great Britain, like Japan kind of sucks because Shohei Ohtani's not going to be pitching. They said he's not pitching. So,
but he's hitting.
Yeah, he's hitting. But I think it'd be cool to have a final Japan USA Ohtani versus Paul Skeens on the mound. Like that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
but you're not going to get that, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. That's why I want this tournament to be in the middle of the fucking season.
I have a quick question. So I look at a team like Great Britain, for example, and the Great Britain is not going to win anything. I mean, they're plus 4,000. You've got Czech, Panama, whatever. These guys that are on these rosters, do they play in minor leagues? In the minor leagues?
Yeah. So the rule for the World Baseball Classic is different than the Olympics. I believe it's like if your grandparent is born there, like David Schneider was supposed to play, kind of he pulled out of it. If you have at least some Italian ties or Cuban ties, like I know for a fact, like Jazz Chisholm's playing for Great Britain.
That's what I just saw in the fucking lineup. I'm like, this can't be right.
it's like that's the second best second baseman in the entire sport playing for Great Britain. So a lot of the time it's really just it's like your grandparents or like your aunt is born there or something like that. So there's a little bit of a loophole. So like there is some fun prospects on like some of these bad teams. Like Italy has Kyle Teal playing catcher, who's like one of the top prospects for the White Sox. So there is some fun players on some teams. It's not like it's like the worst case scenario. Like Freddie Freeman played for Canada, right? Like
Freddie Freeman played for Canada. Okay.
Yeah, his mom who passed away, unfortunately. I think maybe it was I forgot what she passed away with, but she's from Canada, and that was like he's really close with her, obviously. So he wanted to represent her and play for Canada. He's not playing this year, but yeah, you have some guys that just play for random countries, to be honest, that aren't even born there, have even been there.
So we can thank you for taking the time to shoot the shit about this, by the way. I know you're going to Houston here pretty soon, today or tomorrow, whatnot, but I can kind of wrap it up. I don't necessarily want you to walk through and tell me how this all works. I can do the research on my own or whatnot, but kind of what Steak was saying about like the USA caring about this. You as a baseball fan, how much do you think the average baseball fan cares about this?
Man, I think it's massive, to be honest. And today you kind of have a little bit of like a preview of it because you have these big league teams facing the countries. Like you got Dominican Republic versus the Detroit Tigers today. You have Canada versus the Blue Jays, which is really cool because there's a couple of Canadians that play for the Blue Jays that are going to be playing in that game. Yeah, I think baseball cares about, like, this is going to be crazy, man. I mean, we've been waiting for this for a long time, like KP Bet said. It's going to be fun. And I do have a bet for Steak that I don't know if Hard Rock has it, unfortunately, but this might be biased, man. But Canada to advance is plus 105. And
might be biased.
Well, it is biased, but it is biased. But hear me out. Like in their division, they have Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico, half of their team isn't playing. Like Francisco Lindor didn't get accepted to play. Javier Baez didn't get accepted to play. Like tons of guys on their team did not get accepted to play.
How does that work? Sorry, why did they not get accepted to play?
So like some teams won't insure it. So if they get injured, it's like I don't want to front the bill. I don't want to pay the contract of this shit. So Canada has like honestly a pretty good amount of big leaguers on their team playing. No one really opted out aside from Freddie Freeman. Like Josh Naylor's playing, Josh Naylor's brother's playing, Denzel Clark. You have some good guys there playing. And that division's kind of ass, man. I mean, if you want to go through the division, I could pull up the division for you, but it's like you look around it.
I'm going to tail because you came on the show. I'm going to tail, but is not to be an asshole by any means, but is Bo and Josh Naylor the best players on Canada?
No. They have what's it called? If you look at the Canada roster, they have some. Like they have Denzel Clark, who's really good. He's like a prospect for the Athletics. They have some like fun guys to look at, and their conference is Colombia, who's not really a baseball. Like their baseball team's kind of been bad. Panama, awful. I mean, obviously they're not a great team. Puerto Rico, like I said, half their team is missing. But again, if Puerto Rico's good, they'll be in first place in advance anyways. The top two teams advance. So Canada has to be better than Colombia, Panama, or Cuba. And Cuba is like, I mean, Cuba's not that great. I mean, they're okay, but like, they don't really have any of their guys playing. I love Canada on the spot at plus 105.
Okay,
they're gonna be favorites in majority of their game, to be honest with you. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if Hard Rock has this. So
well, it's even money, so it's not the craziest bet in the world. Yeah. So it's not. Yes, it's probably a little biased, but also it's like. It's very possible that it'll happen. All right, Steak's going to tail it. I'm not going to tail it. I'm not going to tail it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know about us in Canada, right, Johnny? We got into trouble.
Yeah, this is the lineup right now. So they're playing today. Tyler Black, who was a top prospect for the Brewers leading off. Abraham Toro, who plays for the Red Sox.
Yep.
Naylor. Tyler O'Neill, who's really good.
Yep.
Like that guy was really good. Owen Casey, top prospect for the Cubs, who's on the Marlins now. Otto Lopez, who's like a really good hitter for the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Davidson, Bo Naylor, and Denzel Clark. Like, this isn't a bad team. I'm not going to say they're going to win the fucking group, obviously. I mean, they're plus 350, the second odds-on favorite to win, but plus 105 to advance is a little disrespectful.
What about the arms? Do they have anybody that can throw the ball?
Yeah, they got Jamison Tyon pitching on Saturday, who's like number 3 guy for the Cubs or whatever. Then they got on Friday, I forgot who they have going. They have like actual pitchers going, so it's not like Cal Quantrill will be there as well. I don't think this is a bad bet, and maybe I'm like an idiot, but I do think they advance and then get absolutely boat race in the quarterfinals, which is fine.
That's all right. You won't look like that much of an idiot. We're two Americans who bet Canada to beat the USA.
Logan Allen too. Logan Allen's not bad either. That's another good pitcher. So
all right, I have my last question, Steak. I don't know if you have any others, but what would be the equivalent in the World Baseball Classic of USA versus Canada in here? Like, who do the fans want to see? Is it USA Japan? Like, is that kind of obvious?
USA. I think it's USA Dominican, dude. And the crazy thing about it is, I don't know if it's this year. I could be correct, but the finals are played in Miami, which is all Latin. Like, obviously, you guys know it's all Latin. That would be bananas. So, like, that stadium would be crazy. So, I think USA Dominican Republic, based on the fact that for Japan, you don't have like Ohtani pitching and stuff. Yeah. I don't know how much pitches Yamamoto's going to throw, but USA Dominican would be like the most watched baseball game I think ever.
This is the tournament where Edwin Diaz tore his Achilles or something, right?
Yeah, in the round robin. Also, another piggyback, like Venezuela has some really good players, man. That entire lineup is also all-stars as well. The pitching isn't as great, but there's a lot of good teams. I think that's what makes it better than the hockey stuff. Like when you watch the Olympics hockey, like you were tweeting about, it's a lot of the games are blowouts. You have like 4 maybe good hockey countries. Here you can make a case for there's some good fucking baseball players around the world. So this tournament's gonna rock. I don't know. Steak, are you gonna be gambling on this heavily? Are you gonna be touching nerds?
Yeah. I had one final question, but you sort of said it. I've looked through the rosters and did my minimal amount of research, and I kind of liked Venezuela.
Dude, that outfield crazy, dude. They got Jackson Churio, Wilyer Abreu, and Ronald Acuna in the fucking outfield. And then the infield, you got like Andres Jimenez. You got I don't know if Altuve's playing, but you got some freaks on that team. Like that's a fun. The pitching sucks, obviously, but
is there anybody pitching though? Like, or is it just going to be?
I don't know who the pitchers would be for Venezuela. With the guys opting out and the insurance not covering, I really don't know. And you have Eugenio Suarez. Ranger Suarez is pitching. Who's like a pretty good. Okay. He's okay. But the pitching that's the only shitty thing about this tournament, man, is like I wish we had full strength every team to see where you would be at.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Canada has Matt Brash not playing. Like, Canada has like 5 or 6 really good Canadian pitchers that aren't playing in this tournament. I want to see what it would be like if every team was full strength, because then you would get the best on best. Now you're kind of getting the best on best in terms of lineup wise.
Mm-hmm.
Pitching wise, you have some fucking bums going for these really good countries. So I really don't know.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. As like someone who's not really into the Olympics, at least I will admit it's cool that like all the players are playing. And if anything, guys got snubbed. From their team. So that's a little bit of a downer, but at the end of the day, I'm still pretty fired up. All right. Anything else, Steak? I think it'd be fun to take a little bit of a flyer on Venezuela to do something. I don't hate what you said about Canada to advance, even though there's a little bias to it. There's stuff that makes sense.
Yeah.
Bit of a downer that Ohtani's not going to pitch. Kind of excited to see this DR squad. Puerto Rico sounds like they're a little fun too, but ultimately it sounds like chalk USA.
Yeah, I mean, it will be. I'm trying to explain what it would be like. I guess it would technically be like if USA basketball didn't win the tournament that they
did.
They
had a scare. They had a scare against like France or someone.
Scares.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it would probably be like, because people are comparing it to like the Team Canada hockey meltdown if USA lost. But USA was too close to Canada for it to be a meltdown. I think USA is such a clear-cut favorite in this tournament where it's like you kind of have to just say it would be a pretty big meltdown compared to other things, to be honest. So yeah, I'm fucking pumped, man. This is gonna be awesome. The round robin's gonna suck, obviously. Like, you guys are gonna be watching a game on Friday, and it's Brazil versus USA, and it's like 14-0 in like the second inning. You're like, all right, let's just fast forward this to the fucking playoffs. But yeah.
I have one more really dumb question. It's really dumb. I'm giving it up. There's no mercy rule whatsoever.
Yeah, there is. There is. I believe it's 10 after 5. And like 12 or 15 after 3. So that's why it sucks. Like, if you want to be fun and like take a ladder a team like -9.5, it's like you can kind of get, or -12.5, you kind of get shafted by the mercy rule. But USA is going to beat the ever living It's almost a disservice to pitch Paul Skeens against or Tariq Skubal against Great Britain. Like, just stay at why is he's just doing that to get the A on the group project. Like, you could pitch fucking Steak against Great Britain and you guys would win by 40. You know?
Yeah, right. I get what you're saying. All right, I'll be patient. I'll be patient with the tournament. I'm very excited. I do remember the in Miami, the scenes were awesome. Johnny, have fun. Thank you for coming on. Check out the Gate 14 podcast. Very excited for the baseball season. Safe travels.
See you, boys.
See you, Johnny.
All right, Steak. Good shit. It felt good to talk a little baseball. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to. Well, I guess coming out of the gate, it's a little underwhelming that there's not going to be that many exciting games at first because of that round robin stage. So I guess I'm just going to have to get familiar with teams and be a little patient and then maybe take some game by game wagers. I think that's what I'd probably have to do. By the way, is your mic on? Tap your mic.
I'm sitting far away from it. How about now?
You are. Do you realize, by the way, how low your head is when there's 3 people on and like we're up here and you're down? You don't realize that and think, let me lower my mic or sit up straight. You don't think like that?
Nope.
Okay. That's great. Well, Jeff said the round robin will still. Oh, he did say that? Maybe I misunderstood. I thought he said that the round robin is going to be kind of meh until we get to the knockout stage.
You know what kind of meh? Red robin.
The food?
Yeah.
That's a really, I don't even know that I've had it.
Yeah, I've had it. It's super meh. It's like not horrible or good. It's like it's in the middle as you could possibly be.
Yeah. I don't even know. What kind of food is it? Is it like Cracker Barrel?
Yeah. I think they got lunch too, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's breakfast lunch.
Speaking of lunch, I'm fucking starving. Like, do you ever just get really hungry in the middle of this show?
Right when I finish, I get really, really hungry.
Holy shit, dude. I mean, I had a yogurt bowl, but I'm out of I'm fucking got to get groceries today, but I had no bananas. I had no blueberries. I had no walnuts in there, just yogurt and protein. Not enough for me. I'm hitting a fucking wall. I'll tell you that right now. There's 39 minutes left. I could stop and eat a sandwich, but I gotta start eating better because I'm fat. I'm fat. I got to get less fat, especially before Nashville. Not that I'm like going to be topless or anything, but
I've lost 35 pounds, but I'm going to tell you this, and you might have some advice for me. The chat might have some advice for me. I do feel like I'm hitting a plateau.
Yeah.
Like I'm still trying to eat really good, but like I feel like I'm just stuck at a number now and it's getting tough. And food's like shitty food. It's starting to look good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Catching my eye.
Yeah, it's hard. Ooh, the Whiskey River chicken wrap is delicious. That actually sounds very fun. No, I mean, look, you could probably, whatever you're doing cardio, you could probably double it or add 50% to it. And then whatever you're eating, you should probably just scale it back a little bit more.
I'm eating so clean, bro. Like it's ridiculous. If I walk you through what I was eating for the day, it's ridiculous.
No,
it's
I know.
Probably like ramping up the intensity of my workouts because I walk and do all that shit every day. I probably got to get the heart rate up.
It's probably the intensity of your workouts. You're eating clean, but it's also probably eating less. Like you still.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you. I'm literally like in the morning, I'm having some eggs with some kind of protein or that fucking yogurt, like you said. And then for lunch, I'm literally having a salad with some air fried chicken breast. And for dinner, I'm having like minimal carbs as well.
Yeah. But we're still not talking about your total calories consumed.
But do you see how I'm telling you what I'm eating? And it's very little calories. Like I think it's under 2,000, dude.
Oh, then then you probably have to burn more.
I think I have to burn more. I'm a big boy.
If you're staying under 2,000 daily, then you're probably.
And I want to be clear, the chat, because Biev calls me an alcoholic, I do not drink anywhere near as much as the chat thinks I eat. I don't drink as much.
Oh, no. I know you. It is very funny that people have this perception of you that you just go out and drink, but also you kind of do that to yourself because that's 100%, how you.
Because every time I have an espresso martini, I post it.
Well, yeah, but there's no other balance. You're tweeting your bets or you're tweeting a espresso martini, and that's probably why Trent will say that you're living life on easy mode. Although it is very funny that I know you and I know that's not the case, and I know that you don't even really drink that much.
You know what I've realized about living life on easy mode? It's a compliment.
Well, it's certainly not an insult.
It's a compliment. You just got to take it like that, man. If someone says you're living life on easy mode, that's a compliment.
I think it is a compliment unless you actually are. Not that you're not, but like I wouldn't want if I'm like really grinding my dick off, saying
I have a really bad confession. Really dumb confession.
What?
I confused Red Robin with Bob Evans.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you know what Red Robin is.
I've never been to a Red Robin.
I know you haven't, dude.
As the chat was grilling me, I realized that when they were talking about burgers, I realized I'd never been there. I thought it was Bob Evans.
No. By the way, I agree with this. It could be a backhanded compliment depending on the tone.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But let me just, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that I've been to Bob Evans either.
I've been to Bob Evans, that for sure. I have not been to a Red Robin. Now I'm wondering, should I go to a Red Robin?
Yeah,
I should, right? Okay,
you should.
You talk. I'm gonna just put in Red Robin and see where the closest one is.
Okay. Well, on that note, I did see GRP. I haven't really seen much from GRP in a really long time. He did a review of McDonald's most recent burger. They have a new sandwich. Did you see? I watched a little bit of it. He cracks me up. I know he's fallen off, but he cracks me up. The CEO of McDonald's actually reviewed the sandwich, and he got flamed for it. Did you hear or see this?
No, I've known nothing about this.
Well, he kind of took a bite. I don't know if did you remember when Krabs did the Chipotle video?
Very funny interaction between you two.
Very funny. Well, Krabs, when he took his bite of his burrito, he went like it was hilarious. It was a weird bite.
Yeah, weird.
It was a weird bite. The McDonald's CEO has this big burger. By the way, of course, he's like this weird, creepy, corny, typical like CEO dude where it's like, why can't any of these people be fucking normal? And he takes like the tiniest bite of this burger. He got flamed. So now there's another video of like the Burger King CEO going into a burger and he's like, takes this big bite. Smart. So it was very funny. I was going to make this comp tweet of McDonald's CEO and GRP eating this burger. But what it made me think of is I haven't done a food review in a fucking, I don't know, what's like a saying for a really long time.
Eons.
A fortnight. Eons to book it uses Eon all the time. So I'm trying to do something a little bit different.
Hot minute?
Hot minute.
I just want to be clear. I love the Book It guys. You give them credit for a lot of lingo that they did not invent. I do not think Book It made eons a thing. I really don't.
I don't think, I have to make this clear. I don't necessarily think so either, but I don't hear anybody else in my world, my clients, my coworkers, my friends, the people I listen to, because I listen to VSiN, they're a bunch of old heads. You probably listen to more Pat McAfee and shit, maybe younger people. I don't hear anybody else on the planet say Eon.
Yeah.
So you do.
Yes, I do. And let's hurry this up. You're going to go to Red Robin or you're going to go somebody else?
Me?
You're going to go to Red Robin for a food review or you're going to go somewhere else?
No, I'm not going to Red Robin.
Where are you going to go?
Kind of want to try that McDonald's burger, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay, and now what is special about that McDonald's burger?
I don't know. Actually, I can't even remember.
Okay, so you're going to have the McDonald's burger. I think maybe I should do a food review at Red Robin.
Yeah. No, well, hold on. I didn't settle on McDonald's. I'm just saying it's the first thing that came to my mind. I don't know. I want
to know what's special about that. If it's just a fucking burger with a new name, that's kind of going to piss me off.
Yeah. Nobody says eons but Book It. Thank you, Jay Bat. Steak still hasn't told me who else says eons. If you do you have any evidence?
No, I'll let you know when I do.
This is what you do all the time, by the way. You just be like, oh yeah, other people do that. Oh, that doesn't happen. It's like, and then I say, okay, who else does that? But I will give you. How about this?
That's an annoying question. That's like when you tell a joke and I laugh, and then you say, "Did you get it? Explain it."
Yeah, but if I'm getting accused of something, I want you to have some evidence.
Boston Sports Store says it's got crispy onions on it. That's interesting.
That's it. Interesting. I will say
that, Jeff, a lot. Thank you, chat. Thank you.
I do that, Jeff. I'm gonna say I don't. I thought that they made up GG, and that one I was way off on.
Yeah.
Nobody else says it.
Joey Dump's been saying GGs for literally years.
Yeah, I guess is that a video game thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Got it. Jeff should go to KFC and get Twisters. They brought it back. I used to love the Twister wrap, but KFC sucks compared to fucking Popeyes. All right. More stream streaks. John Q says, love the content, guys. Keep it going. Thank you very much. 7 stream. Appreciate you. Double down, Danny. McKiffin. I say eons once in a while. I'm in my 30s, though. Cole's Algo picks 5 stream. Kaprizov 20. Okay. Don't fade subbed as well. 41 months. Love the subs that are coming in today. You guys rock. All right. You want to get into the board, Steak?
I want to get into the board, dude.
What kind of board we got? We got a board today, don't we?
We got a board.
We need to get moving. Thank you again to Johnny for coming on. All right. First game. Let's hop right into it. You said the Sun Belt tournament starting.
I don't believe Georgia State, Louisiana Lafayette is the Sun Belt.
I was going to have a fun game to play, but we don't have time to play it. I was going to say name teams in the Sun Belt. Do you know any of them?
Old Dominion, word to Tailing Dawes. Who
Okay.
else?
I thought they were going to be teams like in the Sun like region.
No,
so
but
like,
that's the problem. Yeah, maybe Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, I thought more west. So I thought like Texas State.
No.
Oh, okay,
Because
okay.
App State's one. I think it's actually up the East Coast. Old Dominion's in the Sun Belt, right, Dawes? The fuck you hunting for?
I don't know. Okay, let's get. Do you want to talk about this game, or do you want to talk about the serious games today?
Are they played on neutrals? That would be my only question I would need to understand for the Sun Belt Championship.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody else is going to have to help us with that.
I'm going to try to figure it out.
All right. Well, we're being told they are.
Pensacola, Florida.
Wow. Okay. Oh, it is a neutral. It says N on covers, by the way, if it's in a neutral. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Georgia State 1 point favorite on a neutral, 10-21 against 10-20. By the way, that Cleveland State game rocked last night. Very fun. Lafayette's 5-5 in the last 10. Georgia State's 1-9 in the last 10. You're going to want Georgia State, aren't you?
I'm going to completely pass. Let's get to Tennessee, South Carolina.
Okay, well, that was fun. Sorry. Tennessee 9 point favorites on the road against South Carolina. South Carolina 1-9 in their last 10, 12-17, 11-7 at home, but 6-12 ATS at home. Not good. Tennessee sucks. They are ass suckers. I don't think anybody says that. Lost 2 in a row. I hate Tennessee. You tell me what you want. I hate Tennessee.
South Carolina is really, really bad. Tennessee's best player is not playing. Even with that being said, I still think more people would bet Tennessee than South Carolina here, and I do think it's an obvious bounce back after that melt against Alabama. Once again, best player did get injured. A little bit of excuse for the melt, but still a melt. Nothing really speaking to me.
I have a nasty play. You want a nasty play?
Yeah.
Here's the gross play in this game. It's the over. South Carolina is an under team. Tennessee has gone under in 6 of their last 7. They've scored 69, 69, 69 in 3 straight. South Carolina scored 68, 63. They've gone under in 5 of their last 6. You got a total of 142. Who in their right fucking mind is going to bet this over? This is
I got a little pushback for you.
Go.
It is the lowest total by a good amount that either of these teams have seen in a while.
You over adjusted.
Okay, so you like the over. Okay, fine. Yeah, don't hate it. Write it down.
You're right, because I'm seeing 150s, 158. Yep. But now this is adjusted because both offense has been so bad. Ahmet's out. You buy low on the low total or something like that. You buy low on the offenses. Saw an awful tweet from Greg yesterday. Worst possible price on Navy.
Let me take a picture of that for Greg because I know he's not in here. Hold on, I got to take a picture of that.
I love that. Yeah. You know what? You want me to send a screenshot or you got it?
I'll send it to Greg.
Okay. That's great. Thank you, Alan. Hey, listen, Alan, I hate you, but I like you. When you direct your bullets and your ammunition at Greg,
we love it, dude. One thing we can all agree on is fuck Greg.
One thing we can all agree on is fuck Greg. Absolutely love that, Alan. Keep up the good work. Great job, buddy. Let us know if you need anything, okay? Get you a water or Diet Coke or something. Alan Dibbs is a big Diet Coke guy.
Big Diet Coke. I'm a big Coke Zero guy, so I can't say much.
I'm nothing wrong with it. I like a fucking occasional Diet Coke. I ordered food the other night and I got a ginger ale. I felt like being a bad boy. All right. Where are we going next, Steak? Tell me where we're going.
Alabama, UGA. 6:30 p.m.
Who fucking says UGA like that? Alabama 1 point favorites on the road. 7-2 on the road, 22-7, 9-1 in their last 10. Georgia, or UGA, as some people call it, 4-6 in their last 10. Not good, but they're 20-9. So this team started good. They've just been playing really bad basketball. Short line?
Shit looks fake sharper than a motherfucker.
Short line.
Yeah, definitely a short line. It's absurd. It's so short. What the fuck you want to do with it? You want to take Georgia?
No.
See, I'm just looking at Georgia. Let's just talk for the fuck of it. I'm looking at totals.
Alabama's won 8 in a row. 4 road games at Auburn, at Ole Miss, at LSU, at Tennessee.
164. The only time these teams have these totals are when they play Texas A&M or Arkansas. It's the only time they get into the 180s. both teams, Georgia and Alabama. Alabama, they went under in 2 straight, but they're pretty split on the over-unders. I'm just trying to find another angle to bet this game so I don't have to take the sharp or the fake sharp side, you know?
This is Georgia UGA's senior night. They played South Carolina on February 28th. They won 87-68. They were 12.5-point favorites. I kind of like Alabama.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would be totally fine if you stood on business and took Alabama. 100% fine with that. I would fully support you. I'd hold your hand, dude. I'd hold your hand.
But this is what I'm saying. This is like Biev calling a chair at a nice fucking hotel lobby bar a cuck chair. This is not standing on business. I don't have anything with fucking Alabama and UGA. I don't care that much. I'm just saying I like Alabama. There's no business here. Don't hurt me.
The business to stand on would be that this line is fake sharp.
I didn't even say that. You fucking said that.
But that's what you're thinking if you like Alabama here.
No, it's not.
It has to be because Georgia looks sharper than a bitch.
I'm not even thinking about what looks sharp. I'm just talking about Alabama being a pretty good basketball team and not caring what the line is.
Okay, that's standing on business. You're already trying to not stand on business about standing on business.
You're abusing standing on business. If it's going to matter, it's got to be in the right setting.
Do it one time with conviction. Next game.
Okay. Fucking Mr. Flip-Flopper over here. Where are we going? Take me there.
Let's go.
I got to pee again, too. I just looked at the time. It's 11:36. I can't hold it for 24 minutes.
Well, try to hold it for 10, and then let's see how we go.
Okay.
Texas Tech, TCU. Your Texas Tech Red Raiders.
There we go. My Texas Tech Red Raiders. 8.5-point favorites at home against TCU. TCU 19-10, 4-5 on the road, but 6-3 ATS. Tech is 14-1 at home, 9-6 ATS at home. Good home team, 7-3 in their last 10. Both of these teams are. And let's see. This is Texas Tech senior night. They go to BYU next, and they are coming off of a big outright win at Iowa State. They have won 3 in a row. 180-82 are the points scored. So their offense has been good. The total is 148. I'll go ahead and say it. Obvious letdown spot. I like Texas Tech.
6 out of 7 wins for 6 out of the last 7 games. Texas Christian has won. They've covered 5 out of 7. There's a win against Iowa State in there. They're playing their absolute best basketball of the year. And you got Texas Tech. You're Texas Tech. I don't think I need to hype them up because I don't believe in them, but no one else believes in them either, I guess. Like I guarantee you when I pull the pick and split for this one, I feel like TCU will be getting more of the action for sure.
You know what I have to say, though, that kind of concerns me? And I don't want to be like, well, you're not going to stand on business. TCU is pretty good as an underdog.
Yeah.
So I'm going back to their recent performances. They've won and covered 3 in a row, but they've been favored in every single game. 7.5-point underdogs against Iowa State, won and covered. 7.5-point underdogs to Houston. They lost by 9, close. 4.5-point underdogs to Baylor, won that game outright. 12.5-point underdogs to BYU, lost by 6. 6.5-point underdogs to Kansas, lost by 4. And Arizona, they didn't cover. So, I mean, they're pretty good as dogs. Alan Dims, the resident sharp, says 10.5 was a quick click for the Frogs. So, 10.5 to 8.5. The steam is already there with TCU. I don't blame you because I just gave reasons why I would back TCU. Good as an underdog. Buy low, fade the steam on Texas Tech. What do you think?
It's tough. Texas Tech has went over in all 3 games without topping. I thought that was pretty interesting.
That is interesting. Doesn't TCU have a pretty good defense? Let's see. They do. Listen to this, Steak. Opponents against TCU the last 3 games, 68, 78, 58. Defense is playing Iowa State 55. I mean, they're not like a great defense, but
yeah, I would take it. I would take Texas Tech. I kind of agree with what the chat's saying. If you like TCU plus 10.5, totally fine with the value. It's obviously there if the line's moved to 8.5. At this point, I kind of think the value's on Texas Tech minus 8.5.
What this is a really, really stupid question, but like as of right now, I think the conference tournaments are still kind of pointless. Like if a team's going to get in the tournament, do they really care that much? However, I understand that certain teams on the bubble need to make a run in their conference tournaments. So it's not like a conference championship game in college football where it's like totally.
Also, just remember, you can greatly improve your seed.
Oh, okay. Understood. All right.
Nebraska wins the Big Ten tournament, which I'm not saying they will. They're solidified as a 2, I think. There's a bunch of Illinois. I think it's Big 4. There's definitely teams, these conference tournaments are Big 4. A lot of the SEC needs to win that tournament.
So I guess what I'm kind of getting at is this, and again, maybe this is stupid, but like if Texas Tech loses this game, the second to last game of the season to a conference opponent, but then they have a good run in the conference tournament, does this loss actually matter? Like, will this?
What's a good run in the conference tournament? Get to the championship?
Yeah.
I think you're flirting between a 2 and a 3 seed for Texas Tech. Yes, I think this loss matters
because they just had a big win out of Iowa State. They've got BYU and TCU next. So kind of what I'm saying is like, is their focus on the conference tournament since it's no.
I think their focus is on finishing out strong and getting a 2 seed, which is a huge difference in this tournament.
Then I think I like Texas Tech. I like Texas Tech. We'll shoot them up with a sub 2 months. Kadar with 5 stream streak. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for always tuning into the board review every weekday, 10 a.m. And I don't see Flatface 19 anywhere, fucker. Where's Flatface 19? We're talking sports. You don't want to contribute, huh? You don't want to share your thoughts. You just want to bitch and moan. Tech running extremely hot from 3 since the top of injury. That is correct. Yep, the Big Ten champ doesn't matter. They decided the bracket before that. TT under is a hard one because of the quality wins they have.
That's not really true. Is that Dilgod?
I don't know.
Oh, damn near. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's the last game on Sunday is the Big Ten championship. It matters, though. I want to be clear. It definitely matters.
Okay. All right. Where are we going to next?
UCF, Oklahoma State.
Where's this game? UCF 9-point favorites at home against Oklahoma State, who is 1-7 on the road, 3-7 in their last 10. They're 17-12. UCF, pretty good team. 20-7, 13-4 at home, 9-7 ATS at home. This is their senior night. They're coming off of 3 straight wins and a massive outright win at BYU, 97-84, where they were 13.5-point dogs. Pretty up and down team, Steak. They win and cover 2 games. They lose 2 games. They win 3 games. They lose 3 games. Now they win 3 games. So funny how teams do that, up and down, just like a stock. Obvious letdown spot?
Obvious letdown spot. Yeah, maybe. The rails have just completely fallen off. There was a point where Oklahoma State was the team coming off a win against BYU, and I think they were looking at like potentially going to the tournament. Then they lose to Arizona by 40. They lose to Arizona State, TCU, Kansas by 30, at Colorado. This is a really bad road team, by the way, by 30 points. At Cincinnati by damn near 30 points. They're awful on the road. I don't think 9 points is enough. Like, this should be double digits. And the thing is maybe you could make the argument that like UCF doesn't get enough love. They have some good home wins, and they are a good home team. They get respect at home for sure. 13-4 at home. The win against Texas Tech. I would have really thought this would be double digits with the fact that UCF's at home and the way these 2 teams are playing. I kind of think the line's short.
I kind of do too. You know what I don't like for UCF? They haven't played since that BYU game. That was February 24th.
That's interesting.
Oklahoma State played on February 28th. That's a lot. That's a rust. This is fade the rust spot right here.
Rust versus rust.
Yeah, I might get down on a little Oklahoma State. I'm not even trying to be contrarian there. Hook emoji. They weren't respected Saturday. Not true. They lost to Baylor. Oh, my bad.
It's not showing on here. Yeah,
it's not showing. Yeah. Okay. It makes me like it a little bit less now. Honestly, I'm gonna cross that out.
That game was at Baylor. No, that game was at home versus Baylor, and they lost. Yeah, they did.
Drew Boldy, did you guys join Book It? The board review is now on the Book It Sports Twitch and YouTube channels every weekday. We are still the Fake Sharps. We are working with Book It. We are not technically Book It employees. If that makes sense. You're good, buddy. Just helping you. No, I appreciate that.
Long-winded answer.
Yeah. But I mean, you kind of need the context and the details. I promise I'm only here to help. No, you're good. You're good. Yep. Thank you, Trey. My bad. It's not showing up here on the website that we're using.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
can
pass on
vouch for you
this.
'cause it wasn't showing up for me either.
Yeah, because I know, because you're using the same site, so that's great. Happy to be on the same page. I'm gonna pass on this. Should we go to Oklahoma, Missouri?
Yeah.
All right, Oklahoma. This is a classic spot. I would already have punched in a couple years ago. 15-14, 4-6 in their last 10, going the wrong direction. Favored 2-point favorites against Missouri, who was 20-9 and 7-3 in their last 10. You have what looks like the worst team, being the favorite against Missouri. From what I understand, spots like this have been hitting. From what I understand,
You can't convince me that anybody likes Missouri so much that they're going to be super public in this spot. That's the thing about this is like, in Oklahoma, they are Oklahoma. They're not good, but they're playing at home. They just beat Auburn. I definitely kind of think this does give me fake sharp vibes.
they've covered 5 of their last 6 games. The only game they didn't cover, they were 2.5-point favorites against Texas and got killed. But on the road, they covered against Arkansas. On the road, they beat the piss out of Mississippi State. On the road, they beat Texas A&M. On the road, they beat South Carolina. So they've been pretty good on the road lately, and they've just been pretty good overall lately. And again, going up, going down. This is after they failed to cover 5 games in a row. So they're righting their wrongs here. I can't get on the right side of this Oklahoma team. I'm going to stay off this game, but I'd probably go Oklahoma.
I would probably go Missouri. Missouri played at Mississippi State last game. They were -1.5 against a pretty trash Mississippi State team. They won by 21. Mississippi State looked sharp as fuck. I took them. I fell for it.
Yeah, Missouri did just win in a fake sharp spot. Back-to-back fake sharp spots for Missouri. I don't know. I lean Oklahoma here.
I definitely lean Missouri.
Virginia 14.5-point favorites against Wake Forest. That's an obvious bounce back spot that might be a little fun to fade. I don't know how you feel about that. Maybe would lean Wake there.
It is kind of obvious because look how bad Wake Forest has been on the road. Losing at Boston College, pathetic. Losing to Virginia Tech by 20, pretty fucking pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
They did win and cover against Georgia Tech, but everybody does that. They did not cover against at Pitt, and they lost and didn't cover against Duke. They're a bad road team for sure. Playing their worst road basketball currently. I do think it's a super obvious bounce back. Don't know if I want to be betting bad road teams on March 3rd, though. And I really do like Virginia, and I really think that playing Duke is such an anomaly to what this offensive team will look like for the rest of the year.
Okay. I got to pee. Why don't you just keep talking because we got a couple games.
Yeah, go
ahead. UNC 3.5-point favorites at home against Clemson. Get it started there. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. UNC 3.5 at home, total over under 142. Let's see. Clemson just had their first win in a while against Louisville. Before that, they were looking absolutely rough. Lost 4 games in a row. Virginia Tech, at Duke, at Wake, and at home against Florida State. They didn't cover any of those either. UNC, on the other hand, I kind of feel like it's been pretty difficult to figure out without Caleb Wilson. Won 3 games in a row, though. Won 3 games in a row. Covered 2 out of 3. Damn. Is Duke next? 17-0 at home, I know. And a team that's lost 1 out of 5. The thing is, I kind of like Clemson. But, I mean, there's teams I've been saying this about. The second I start talking about a team that I say I like, they start losing. I'm literally thought Georgia might have been decent at one point this year. Then I go and I start sweating Vanderbilt, saying I think they can get to the Elite 8. They become awful. Next would be Clemson. I like Clemson. I definitely think they're better than they've been playing, and I do think it was kind of like a solid get-out-of-shit win against Louisville. I kind of want to back them here. I kind of want to back Clemson. Be tough to talk me off, to be honest. And they're not the worst road team, 6-4, 17-0 at home for UNC. I don't know who's buying that. Who's buying them being this dominant at home? Let's see. I know they had the win against Duke, which every day that passes, I don't care. Like, I do think the UNC win against Duke was one of the luckiest wins ever. They weren't leading for any of the game until the final shot, but that win looks more impressive by the day with how Duke is looking. Even the fact that you put up 71 points looks fucking impressive. Michigan couldn't do that. let's see. At home, they cover against Louisville. Don't cover against Virginia Tech. Cover against Pitt. Cover against Duke. It's Clemson. Clemson are absolutely nothing for me. Look ahead game for UNC. Yeah, they play Duke next, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take Clemson here.
I like it. I like that Clemson had that win against Louisville, and I kind of think that Clemson's going to do that thing they always do, where guys like Greg want to buy into Clemson in the ACC tournament at like 40-1, and they're going to win a couple games and make you believe. That's what they're going to do. Dude can't hold his piss for 2 hours. No, I fucking can. I'm drinking water, staying hydrated. I had 2.5 cups of coffee. All right, get fucked.
I'm excited to hear you talk about Kentucky, Texas A&M.
By the way, we have 10 minutes. I won't take very long, but how sharp is this? You see what this is?
It looks like nuts.
They're like bar nuts. When we went to Maine, the bar had like these nice assorted nuts. So we mixed them. There's like salted pistachios, cashews, macadamia nuts in here. Oh, a great snack and kind of healthy. I think nuts are good for you. Anyways.
Yeah. I will be taking Texas A&M in this next game. I'm just going to let you know that now. Spoil the beginning. Spoil the ending.
Are we okay? Listen, are we standing on business that we think that Kentucky sucks?
I am. I don't know if you necessarily feel that way, but I definitely am.
What do you mean you don't know if I feel that way? I wrote a fucking article about it, a 500-word article. Hello, carpal tunnel. What are you signed for?
Now, the guy won't stand on business. Now you want to stand on my business, dude. You want to fucking stand on my business.
I need you to fucking pull your head out of your ass and pay a little attention if you're going to say dumb shit.
Your head
I don't know if you feel that way. This is what I'm talking about. I fucking talk up here. You don't listen. I said a number of times. I don't believe in Mark Pope. I don't think Mark Pope is that guy. Hey, go ahead. Do the fucking neck pillow. Do the neck pillow. Slouch in your fucking chair. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't know if you feel that way. I went to war with South Carolina and their fucking money line when they had Kentucky at home, lost. Then I went again with Vanderbilt against Kentucky, lost, and I wrote an article. You don't know if I feel that way. If you're going to accuse me of not standing on business, pay attention. This is what I'm talking about. All your accusations mean absolutely nothing. Then when I ask for evidence, oh, everybody else says eons. You can't give me one fucking person that says eons. You pull shit out of your ass.
You have to pee again, don't you?
No, I don't have to pee again. And I'm not going to have to pee when I eat more salted peanuts.
Did a little pee come out as you were yelling?
No, I have an empty fucking bladder because I just pissed. Now I got a migraine.
Well, I think I have been on the Kentucky sucks train more than you. That's all I was going to say.
Maybe you have.
I will continue to stand on business. I think Kentucky sucks. I think they're going to lose at Texas A&M. Give me Texas A&M. Thank you for understanding, McKiffin.
Well, here's the problem that you're not talking about.
Oh.
Because I like to talk about two sides of the story here. Texas A&M sucks.
Yeah, they just lost at home to Texas.
I know.
They're 13-4 at home.
I bet Texas. You probably didn't pay attention to that. You don't pay attention to anything.
I know you bet Texas.
Texas A&M sucks. So yeah. I applaud you for standing on business, Mr. fucking cool tough guy over here, for fading Kentucky. But will you at least acknowledge that Texas A&M sucks?
Yep. Austin.
Thank you, Austin. Keep this man honest over here. Thank you.
Yep, I agree. I'll take the home team, but yes, I agree. And Alvarado will be boots on ground. Gig 'em.
Got it. So you are agreeing that Texas A&M sucks, but you're going to stand on business and bet on a sucky team to beat Kentucky.
I'm going to bet on a sucky team against another team that I think is sucky at home. Yeah, I'll do that. Do you remember that creepy Texas A&M pep rally?
You mean every fucking Texas A&M pep rally? What pep rally isn't creepy?
It was creepy. Whatever the one that went viral. It was rough.
I'm pretty sure it went viral because I think they all do that. They, woo.
Yeah.
The weird gigums.
Yeah, it was weird. Gig'em made me think of that.
Yeah, I can't believe Mike Evans went to Texas A&M. So strange. Yeah, it's a cult. Yeah, there should be like a 30 for 30 on that.
I feel like, right?
I don't know. It might be one of those weird things where if you come out and say too much, maybe you get fucking Texas A&M threatening you and shit. So
I could definitely see that. Yeah, I could actually see that.
Yeah. You still don't understand. You say they suck, but I would still have them priced as bigger faves here.
Yeah, but see, sometimes you say things, Alan Dims, but I like them. So am I not saying what you're saying? If I like Texas A&M, you'd have them priced as bigger faves, and I like them at -1.5. So do we like the same thing or what?
No. Oh, well, then if he has them priced as bigger faves and they're 1.5, then yes, right.
Yeah. Means he likes Texas A&M and I like Texas A&M.
But he's trying to present something that usually goes against your logic. Like,
I know, but this doesn't go against my logic. That's what I'm saying. He's just saying it in a different way.
yeah. Xavier versus Seton Hall says light body owns. We don't really, despite what Flatface 19 says, we do talk sports, but we don't really talk Big East. I don't know. Do you have anything on Seton Hall? I don't.
Nah, I don't want to talk Seton Hall if that's okay.
I do like Clemson, though. I'm going to be on Clemson. Florida 22.5 against Mississippi State. No thanks.
That's crazy.
How about Cincinnati BYU? That's a good game. Cincinnati 1.5 point favorites at home against BYU. I'll tell you something right now. This could be a game nobody's pressing BYU. Not saying I'm doing it either, but Cincinnati looked good. They even looked pretty good to start against Texas Tech, but they did just fine against Oklahoma State. Nobody wants BYU. Nobody.
Ooh, it's time to click, Danny. Really?
It has to be. It has to be. If you're a nasty bitch, it has to be the time to press BYU. Yep. Are you a down and dirty bitch? Are you a contrarian, nasty, scum of the earth sports bettor? If you think, I'm not talking to you, by the way, I'm talking like Uncle Sam. If you think you are nasty, if you call yourself a contrarian, you're betting BYU tonight. Oh, yeah.
I got to be real. I don't agree. Sorry, Danny.
Why?
You're my guy. I like you. I think that this has the potential to be the fakest sharp play on the board. I don't like it. I just, it's still AJ DeBonsa and it's Cincinnati. Nobody fucking likes Cincinnati.
Oh,
Nobody likes Cincinnati, dude. Nobody.
Oh my God.
Stop trying to convince yourself that people are lining up at the counter to bet Cincinnati. They're not.
Stop trying to convince yourself they're not. Let me tell you something that you haven't said and nobody else has said. What's Cincinnati's record at home?
14-3.
What's BYU's record on the road?
3-5.
Yeah. And did BYU just lose a road game that they were favored in? Yes. Stop it. Nobody likes Cincinnati. Brother, nobody likes BYU right now. Stop it.
People still hanging on to hope with BYU, dude. Telling you. If you said you gave someone $100 and they were a casual basketball fan, you said you can put this on BYU to win the national championship, or you can put this on Cincinnati to win the national championship, they would take BYU.
This is my
Every
point.
single one.
Ramble, I don't think you understand. Steak's right. You just said you like Cincy, Degen. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I like Cincy. People like Cincy more than they like BYU. Nobody's taking BYU tonight.
Oh, that's not true. It's really not true. It's not true. It's not true. People are taking BYU. Pull up the picket split. It's a good game to do that. Let's see the picket splits.
Anybody in here right now taking BYU?
A couple people already said they were. Danny, who's very sharp, not saying having Danny on your side is bad, but he immediately said it.
Well, that's my point. If you are the sharp, we say sharp, but
Okay,
we
a
really
couple
mean
other people said
contrarian.
it. Pull up the picket splits.
I'm going to pull up the picket splits, but there's two sides to this, and I'm just curious if anybody in here is actually betting BYU.
Dill God's on BYU. He's sharp too.
Well, there you go. This is the nasty play. If the nasty guys are taking them, then it's that's my point. Kind of what I expect. The money line of Cincinnati has 60%, 56% of the bets and money, and the spread 66% is with BYU.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give me Cincinnati.
Okay. I have, for what it's worth, I have no issue with the play. None. Because I just wrote an article about how I'm done being fucking stupid and trying to be in contrarian. I think BYU stinks. I like the way Cincinnati's play basketball. I'm not betting. Yeah, deploying units. You can't pay me to take BYU. You guys are insane. You can say you like Cincinnati here, but you can't say that BYU is not a team that nobody is fond of right now. They're not.
I think they'll still be betting over Cincinnati.
Over a 14-3 team at home.
Yep.
All right. Ole Miss, 6.5 point home dog against Vanderbilt. Oh, Vandy. Fuck Vandy.
Yeah.
Fuck Vandy, dude. Fuck Vandy. Fuck Tennessee. Fuck them.
Fuck Vandy for real.
Ole Miss is 1-9 in their last 10. They're 7-7 at home, 12-17. Vanderbilt's coming off a loss to Kentucky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just confirming I can count to 10. Also, before Ole Miss just beat Auburn outright, they had lost 10 SEC games in a row. They've already played Vandy. They played at Vandy, and they lost by 3.
Got to go with the better team. Look what MSU just did to Indiana. That's kind of what I'm down. I'm down to just bet the better team. Yeah. And I think Cincinnati's a better team. I would bet Cincinnati.
Okay. That's fine.
Vanderbilt, 6.5 against Ole Miss. See, here's the problem. I know Ole Miss isn't very good, but I think Vandy is in some, like, having some real problems right now. And I am not. I feel like this is a catch the falling knife play.
I mean, they are having problems. They just lost at Missouri, and they lost at Kentucky by 14. They weren't competitive in the entire game. They also lost to Tennessee in a game at home where they were 2.5-point favorites, and they beat Georgia, and no one seems to really care much about beating Georgia because Georgia's not very good. There's a loss to Oklahoma on there as 11.5-point favorites. Vandy's definitely having some problems. I think they started like 16-0, and they're 6-7 since, or something similar to that.
Dude, they have a really tough end to their schedule. Who did this to them? They just played at Kentucky. Now they're at Ole Miss. Then they have to end the season at Tennessee. You don't see that a lot with college basketball teams. 3 road conference games.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty.
I'll tell you what I think is going to happen in this game. I'll give you an old little Jeff Sunday prediction. Vanderbilt's going to get out to like a 14 or 15-point lead. And if you bet Vanderbilt, you're going to say to yourself, yep, nailed it. Vanderbilt's getting right in this game before they go into Tennessee. And then Ole Miss is just going to climb right back in. They're going to climb right back in. And they're either going to force the game to go to overtime or they're going to lose it by 4. And I think Ole Miss is going to cover. That's
okay. We got to talk about Nebraska, UCLA before we're done because it's 12:01. Definitely a game worth discussing once you look at the spread.
UCLA 1-point favorite, home favorites against Nebraska. They are 16-1 at home. Very good home team. Nebraska 25-4, 7-2 on the road. Yeah. I guess on the surface you might say, "Oh, this looks a little suspicious." But then when you pull up the home and road splits, it makes a little bit more sense. But Nebraska is not a BYU. They are good on the road. They're 7-2, and they just had a convincing road win against USC. So I feel like the real old school contrarian play here would be to take UCLA in this spot.
Okay, do you find it interesting that UCLA is actually really fucking good at home? They have home wins against Illinois. They have home wins against Purdue. Matter of fact, I can't think or name the last time UCLA lost a home game in regulation. I don't know if they've lost a home game in regulation all year. I think they have
lost one home game.
And it was to Indiana in overtime.
Well, there you go. That answers your question.
That's interesting. It's almost like, does the line kind of make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Because we say this every time we talk about Nebraska. Nobody fucking respects them.
Logan, you were right last time you called a game like that. Now we fade you, Vandy by 15. I respect that, actually.
Yeah, it's
someone said riding with snow on this one. Who's Snowman on?
Snowman's a big UCLA slurper. That was his play of the year. It seems like he's going back to something. He likes UCLA.
LA system. Okay. What do you like?
It's really tough, man. It's really hard.
Doesn't sound like you're standing on business.
Not right now. I'm not. No, this game's late. Are you standing on business?
I have no business with these teams.
Okay.
None. Jefferson with a
you're
sub bang 3
You're not standing on business either. You just thought of a creative way to say it.
There is no business to stand on
with these teams.
Yeah, there's no business. You create business out of everything. And then I just wanted you to stand on it. All right, real quick, rapid fire, then we'll shut it down. Vatek is 11.5-point favorites against Boston College. Illinois 18 against Oregon. That's big. They're due for a skull fuck. Louisville 12.5 against Syracuse. Kansas
They're also due for a skull fuck, if we're being honest.
Yep. Kansas 6-point favorites on the road against Arizona State.
If I could advise, everyone in this chat stays away from one game of the slate today, it would be that game.
Okay. All right. All right. I think that's it. Chat, I'm gonna do a NHL stream a little bit later tonight. I do have a work event to go to 5 to 7. However, I think it might get canceled because the weather sucks and it was supposed to be like half outdoors, half not. Kind of weird, I know, in March. But 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 games on the NHL slate. So we'll go on the Fake Sharp YouTube and Twitch channel a little bit later. Steak, are you going to get in your NBA bag tonight? How's the NBA been treating you the past couple
I went
days?
1-1 yesterday. I have not been in my NBA bag in quite a few days. Yes, I will keep firing.
A very, very fat NBA slate today.
Oh, I'll be in there. Okay.
All right, guys. Steak, great job as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks as always for tuning in to the board review. You can hang around. Behind the Lines will be here at 12:30. Good luck on all your wagers. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Peace.